Here are 20 must-eat restaurants when you go to Philadelphia. Let me tell you why. So I've made a few videos about Philly cheesesteaks. They're certainly an iconic part of the city, but the more times I went back, the more I kept discovering that if you stop there, you were truly missing out on one of the great food cities in this country. Low ends to high ends, old school and new school, and chefs doing really exciting things from cultures all over the world. Here are the best of the best. I'm at Cafe Roasters in Philly, which is this cute Vietnamese cafe that not only roasts their own coffee beans in-house, but has some killer food items. Started with a Vietnamese coffee, strong, just the way I like it.
So I got a lot of fun drinks too. This needs to sway a little bit more too sweet for me, honestly. So I got some Vietnamese coffee, which obviously with the condensed milk could be sweet, but this coffee is strong, so you definitely need to mix that in there. Oh, God, it's so good.
I got a Bukan Pandan coffee cake for something a little sweet, pandan paste, coconut crumble topping, and latte, which is a caramelized coconut cream.
It is super, super dense, very almost subtle. It's not overly sweet at all. You're getting those coconut flavors coming through. Ooh, it's really good. Said you could add a little coffee on top also, so let's do that. Kind of sweetness, even more than coffee. Great combo.
But the Sonny's hot sanzo was what I was really here for. A hot honey chili oil aioli is spread on a baguette with scrambled eggs, cheddar cheese, and crispy Chinese sausage.
It's packing some serious heat. I'm very into that. That fat from the cheese, nice creamy eggs. Bread is fantastic, crusty, and so just enough chew in the middle. A little sweetness right in the middle of the whole bite. So good. What's nice too is as much flavor is happening in there, you're still tasting each component. Even that cheddar, it's coming through in the bite. Really balanced nicely. Hot, I'm sweating, but great.
Did I miss one of your favorites? Leave a comment so I know where to eat next time in Philly, and subscribe so you don't miss one bite. Videos coming soon from Toronto, Miami, and of course my hometown of New York City. Last time I was in Philly, I went to Royal Izakaya and was blown away by the meal. This place is discreet upon discreet. A menu full of great bites, tuna guac, wagyu, eggplant, akataka. But when Chef Jesse Ito brought out the Royal Izakaya Chirashi box, I thought I was in heaven. At the time, I didn't know I was just at Heaven's Gate, because he also informed me that behind the door in the back was the omakase room. So a year later, I'm back to finally get in there and get a taste of one of the hardest reservations in the country. $300 17-course meal plus add-ons at the end. This is truly a sushi experience. 16 people every night get in to see this sushi master's work, and from fish quality to treatments to accoutrements to just being able to pick Jesse's brain about each bite, it's one of the most memorable meals ever. Let's go through those bites. Tamago tofu to start, which is a chilled egg custard with tiger shrimp, shimeji mushrooms, corn broth, pea tendrils, and with the caviar on top, it's just this beautifully delicate bite. Kakitoro is a toro tartare topped with a kumamoto oyster. Kampachi is amberjack. Sawara is a charred Spanish mackerel with a tosazu dressing, leeks, yuzu, and serrano for this really acidic, refreshing bite. Mirugai is a nori rice with shiitake mushrooms topped with sea urchin and gooey duck. Patate is a scallop with aguachile, avocado tomatillo, smoked trout roe, and red onions. The vibrant colors don't even do justice to the vibrant flavors going on. I slurped it down. Otan ebi tops a spot prawn with sea urchin. A ori ika is a bluefin reef squid. Kinmadai is a torch goldeneye snapper. Shima aji is a striped jack. Sake is a torched king salmon belly topped with a yuzu kosho. Gomasaba is a cured blue mackerel with sesame. Akami is aged bluefin tuna. Absolutely stunning. Caviar toro is an aged fatty bluefin tuna, of course topped with osetra, the most perfect bite. And to finish, uni is topped with a soy cured judori egg yolk, just lusciousness. but there are 7 add-ons if you are still hungry. I was stuffed, but come on, I can't pass up trying some more. For $60, the royal wafer is just bonkers. A rice wafer is topped with a yuzu cream along with bluefin tuna, osetra caviar, smoked trout roe, uni, and sturgeon. I think I want this bite to be my final bite before I die. For $18, you can get the spicy crunchy tuna tamaki with bluefin tuna, spicy sauce, cucumber, pickled jalapenos, and tempura crisps. One more before I fully tapped out. The Wagyu for $27 is an A5 Miyazaki ribeye. If you love sushi like I do, this absolutely has to be on your list of restaurants to get to. So, want to dig deeper into my food adventures? Sign up for the Let Me Tell You Why newsletter, which has interviews of chefs, restaurant news, and discounts on jeremyjshop.com, or you can listen wherever podcasts are available, links in caption below. Middle Child has been a Philly favorite for a while now, but with a new, much bigger location comes a much bigger menu with some absolutely ridiculous takes on classic diner food. Breakfast is what I went for, and here's what I got at Middle Child Clubhouse. First up is Olivia's Big Pancake, which is a malted buttermilk pancake with a whole grain flour that comes with honey butter, a light syrup, and fresh citrus on top. Diving right into that one.
These pancakes are just so winning. You could get a double stack, but one with the amount of food, no way. But shoot, like this is just giant. Oh, wow. It is soaked up all of that so well. It's almost like a gelatin. It's like little tiny crispy, nice sort of like that buttery flavor just pouring through. The honey butter in there so good. And because it's a whole grain, it just like, it has a little bit more flavor in there too. Whoa, these pancakes are great. Wow. And like leans way more like buttery than sweet. Which I love.
Then their quote-unquote latke hash brown with a dill cream. This was a dream. I didn't get it with roe, but probably should have.
Ooh, sometimes you just like touch food and you're like, this is gonna be so good. Oh, dude. It's just like a little crisp in the outside, nice creaminess in the inside. Oh my God. And its dill cream is so good. Oh my God. Whoa, I'm so into that.
They are more well known for their breakfast sandwiches, but I couldn't resist the deli breakfast burrito that wraps up house smoked pastrami, super fluffy eggs, sharp American cheese, smashed hash browns, and the chipotle mustard.
The pastrami is great. Eggs are super, super fluffy. That little chipotle mustard in there really adds a nice little kick. You're gonna add potatoes, I'm always gonna love that. Toasted really, 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 really well. Hefty, big, delicious. I can't ask for anything more. That is a fantastic breakfast burrito. Oh my God. Shout out to the coffee too. Great coffee.
Not available till 10 a.m. and not always on the menu is the BLT. But if you are there when it is on the menu, get it. These monster-sized heirloom tomatoes are on a rye bread of bacon, mayo, and arugula dressed in a salted tomato juice vinaigrette.
This BLT looks crazy. I've never seen a BLT that is just like this massive and has such beautiful, giant tomatoes in there. And they said they make it like wet and messy. Oh, this is wet and messy. I don't even know how I'm supposed to attempt to do this without making the absolute biggest mess of all time. Okay, here we go. How do I eat this? It's so big. Those tomatoes are absolutely unbelievable. I'm kind of weird with tomatoes. They like have to be perfectly ripe. They have to like have the perfect texture. And these do for being how big they are. They're not mushy, but they're not hard. They're nice and sweet. They're a little tiny tart. Just bursting flavor. It's like little tiny bits of bacon are great in there too. This is much more of a, leans on the tea in the BLT than anything else, but so good. This is just like a dream meal.
Tons of recognition as one of Philly's best. Mon is a Cambodian noodle shop which takes inspiration from not only Cambodia, but all over Southeast Asia and even more. Some Jewish stuff, into it. Here's what I got. Crispy chicken skin with their house-made hot sauce, so crunchy, and that hot sauce was bursting with heat and acidity. Satko is a beef ribeye on a stick marinated with ginger and lemongrass, so tender. Their banchao salad is one of my absolute favorite dishes. It's a savory coconut scallion crave with ground chicken and shrimp. It's light, but like soul-filling, if that makes any sense. Special that day was their scallop crudo that had palm sugar applesauce and crispy potato crumbs, an ode to Hanukkah I can get behind. Crab cow soy has ramen two ways, crunchy on top, and that had this really sweet blue crab, which had been stewed in a blended curry. Their fried chicken is a dry fry and tossed in a fish sauce caramel with bird's eye chili and Thai basil, and that comes with their incredible hot sauce too. Tahini noodles are cold, chewy wheat noodles mixed in a tahini and chili jam dressing, and comes with ground lamb marinated in a Cambodian spice blend. I need to try so much more, and remember, it's BYOB, a mistake I made. Taco Heart's mission is to bring Tex-Mex style breakfast tacos from Austin to Philly. What began as a way to raise money for those in need during COVID has now become a Philly favorite.
All right, super cute inside, super cute outside. Got a nice little iced coffee to get started, and feel great, ready to go.
You can choose from homemade flour, vegan flour, or corn tortillas. I went flour and ordered 3 tacos. Chorizo, egg, and cheese.
I mean, loaded up. Nice warm heat from that chorizo. More heat from that salsa. And like a really chewy tortilla, which is what I want. Like I want a little bite of my tortilla. Speaking of heat, this one has so many jalapenos in it. But I love that heat, give it to me.
Migas Maximus has egg, sausage, migas, fresh jalapeno, queso, and avocado.
Yeah, so lots of jalapenos in it. But it's super mellowed out by the queso, by the avocado, by the eggs. And of course it's migas, so you're getting like a little extra bite of the chips in there. A little extra crunch.
And Karen's fave has refried beans, bacon, cheese, and avocado.
I mean, we're just loading up those refried beans. It is a dense bite. But I do like how that bacon's coming through in both crunch and salty, fatty, smoky. That one needs a little salsa though. The roasted tomato guajillo salsa, let's put that one on there. I added like a nice layer of more smokiness and a little pop of freshness. That was great. Pretty satisfied with all these. Great. I think what I would do is make my own and make it like a chorizo migas one. I like the flavors in that one the most, but I also always want a little extra crunch in there. But, dude, these are great.
Café Le Monde is a French-Lebanese restaurant which is all about brunch. Weekends can supposedly get crazy, but I walked right in on a Tuesday morning. First of all, free refills on iced coffee, hell yeah. But then this massive shawarma breakfast plate dropped in front of me. Shea filet steak, Middle Eastern spices, pita, cherry tomato, avocado tartar spread, green rice, scrambled eggs, caramelized onions, and sweet potato fries. This was hearty, but also bursting with flavor from the shawarma, and I always love sweet potato fries. Just wow.
I mean, first of all, just like a hearty meal. I knew it was gonna be big, so I went to Barry's to work out because like I need to work up an appetite to have that. But the warm spices in that steak were so good, really tender. I loved how the fat from the meat just like soaked into that pita. Oh, that green sauce is good. I always love sweet potato fries, a little crispy in there. Oh, man. I mean, I would eat that every single day. I don't know if I could handle that every single day because that's a lot of food, but I would try.
Fiore Fine Food starts with a focaccia that's made fresh every single day. It's sliced and then toasted under the broiler. 3 eggs are then scrambled, and the focaccia is topped on both sides with a creamy layer of ricotta. The eggs are then sandwiched in between, just so dreamy.
Put anything on that bread, I'll eat. But then you just have the lusciousness of the eggs and the ricotta, contrasting really, really nicely with that crustiness of the bread too. These are dishes that are simple, but are elevated here, all the way up there. They're truly best. I'm just like, wow. I've never had anything like it.
Little Water just recently opened, and instantly the seafood-focused James Beard pedigreed spot became one of Philly's hottest. I took a seat at the raw bar and was in for a treat. Swordfish belly tartare with green apple, white miso, and sorrel.
Slightly acidic, a little sweet. I love the crunches.
Vineyard-based scallops with a green yuzu kosho and olive oil.
Really refreshing, really bright. Oh my god.
Oh my god, their caviar service is a Cetra caviar which you put on top of these steaming hush puppies with a dollop of ricotta and lemon oil.
It is super dense, really creamy, and then that pop of caviar. God damn, that's good.
These hash browns were definitely what I was most looking forward to. On top is a picoteau crab, celery root, and uni from Maine.
That just sweetness of crab, unbelievable. Uni forever, and then that just like saltiness and that crunch of that hash brown. Fantastic.
And then, never had this before, swordfish Milanese with a bitter green salad and a green peppercorn graviche. Oh.
I mean, that was so unbelievably crunchy, and the salt was perfect. And I think like to stand up to that sort of like crunchy fry swordfish is such a great choice, because it's just like almost kind of meaty, so hold up to all the crunch, which I thought was great. And ridiculous salads, so like that bitterness to sort of counter all of that salt and fat crunch.
Kalela comes from a James Beard award-winning chef and is serving up some incredible southern Thai food in this beautiful restaurant with an open kitchen. Highly recommended and even better than I thought. Probably make a res now because they're going to be on the newest season of Chef's Table. Here's a rundown of what I got. A beer slushie to start, felt appropriate, especially after I was warned of the heat on the menu. Kanom jibnak are these bird-shaped dumplings with caramelized cod and preserved radish.
It's like really sweet at the beginning, but then some serious heat comes through. Oh, really good.
Ghee chai are crispy garlic chive rice cakes that come with a spicy sweet soy sauce. I mean, look at that steam and just vibrant green color.
Oh, it's a little hot, but it's so garlicky, it's so crunchy, it's so creamy. The best textures going on. Dude, I like that. Oh my god.
Struggled with what to get as a main, it all looked so good, but ended up with the mu palo, which is a braised 5-spice pork belly with a 7-hour egg, cilantro, and a long hot vinegar served with jasmine rice.
I mean, that is so rich, so fatty, like a little sweet, and definitely coming through is unbelievably good. God damn, rich. And I love the egg also.
And you can't skip dessert. Their shaved ice drop phrase is a Thai coffee shaved ice with a coconut caramel, banana panna cotta, and whipped coconut and cocoa crumble. It's actually a decaf coffee chicory blend from the famous Café Du Monde in New Orleans.
It's like sweet and salty, it's super refreshing. How acclaimed they are, it's not a super hot take. But that was one of the best meals I've ever had. One of the best Thai meals I've ever had. Everything was just so freaking good and like so much better than it needed to be almost, which is kind of weird. Like that's what sort of separates restaurants truly, is like everything is like, oh, almost like a surprise in the bite, even if you know what's coming. From flavors to presentation to service, to even like how cool it was inside. Oh, honestly, like one of the best meals. Like, we'll think about that forever and we'll want to go back to Philly just eat that.
4th Street Delicatessen is a classic Jewish deli, so of course I immediately fell in love. This place does not skimp on portions. While I was there trying their massive cheesesteak, I couldn't help but not order the matzo ball soup too.
It's like the biggest matzo ball I've ever seen in my entire life. For how big it is, it's still super, super tender. The broth is really nice. It has like little lemony notes, not over salted, so it has like real like chicken flavor in it. This is some of the best matzo ball soup I've ever had.
And an incredible latke.
A beauty. Oh, premium. Straightforward, delicious, really nice onions in there. Crispy, nice creamy in the middle. Classic.
I absolutely have to come back to get this pastrami sandwich also. Steven Starr is one of the restaurateur stalwarts of the Philly restaurant scene, and his French bistro Park has been a favorite for almost 2 decades. I went in for breakfast and tried as much as I could. Their eggs and soldiers, French toast, pancakes, and so much more were fantastic. Really just a classic breakfast menu. Another restaurant king of Philadelphia has to be Mike Salmanoff, and I've been to a lot of his cook and solo restaurants. Let's run through each of them. If I'm in Philly, I'm starting most mornings at Federal Donuts, which has locations all over the city. Yes, the namesake donuts are great, like this chocolate old fashioned.
That is rich, it is chocolatey, it's not oversweet, really nice, dense bite. Ooh, a damn good donut.
But also this perfect breakfast sandwich with a steamed and fried egg, Cooper sharp cheese, bacon, and a cherry pepper relish.
So 2 things really stand out to me. One, that cherry pepper relish adds a nice little kick, that nice little bite, balances so perfectly with the egg and the bacon. But let's talk about that egg. It's nice and steamed, it's so soft, it's so wonderful, it's so beautiful. This is a solid breakfast sandwich.
Need something a little bit more for breakfast? Check out Kafar. They have a number of sweet and savory options. Oh my god, the pistachio sticky bun is an absolute must. But if you want to go savory, I love their Jerusalem bagels. I got a smoked salmon with a shug tzatziki, dill butter, and pickled onions. And their egg and cheese is my favorite. It has Cooper sharp, za'atar, and shug. Dizengoff is Mike Salmanoff's ode to casual Tel Aviv eating, and the new brunch menu blew me away. And here's what I got. Started with their coffee drink. Then they are most well known for their hummus and pita, and with 5 to choose from, I went with the hummus sampler, which gives me a taste of 3 of them. But oh my god, the Turkish with brown butter and crispy garlic one was so freaking good, and their pita, Shakshuka was next. Always loved the runny yolk and the nice warm spices coming through. Pita French toast with a labna whipped cream was just bursting with layers of chocolate and butter. It was almost babka-like. My favorite fries are the ones from Laser Wolf, and they are here also, thick and crunchy and creamy, and served with their Tahina ketchup. And to finish the pita egg and cheese, it has new American cheese in there. My favorite, za'atar, chopped salad, and harissa. The fast casual Goldie in Philadelphia has some of the best falafel ever, but this afternoon I was in the mood for a sweet treat, and their Tahina shakes are absolutely unreal, especially this mint chocolate chip one topped with cookie crumble.
That is delicious. It is thick. It is so creamy. I don't find it overly sweet, which I really appreciate. And then you're getting that mint flavor, which I love. Mint chocolate chip is my favorite, so I love that you're getting the mint coming through. I like the crushed up Oreos on there also. Like a really nicely balanced. Fantastic.
Just recently opened in this beautiful former firehouse is Jaffa, which is Mike's cocktail and raw bar. Cocktails were, of course, amazing. I got the Never Buys Any Smokes, which has scotch, Amaro Nonino, and coffee. And that drink must have been strong, because I don't remember what the other one was, but I remember really, really liking it. But I do remember this fluke ceviche, which has a shug aguachile and crispy shallots, and their endive salad, which had shaved celery, apple, and aged Gouda. Sahav seems to be the consistent favorite of everyone's, so I went in for their tasting menu, plus a few extras thrown in. Here's what I got that night, but the menu does change seasonally. Started with the Keep on Rollin', which was a tequila cocktail of mezcal and a black lime. Each meal begins with laffa bread, hummus tahina, and the salatim, which are a mixture of salads and pickled things. Honestly, I mean, this is all I ever need, but we weren't even close to being done. Onto the meze section, a zucchini schnitzel had a zucchini baba with it. Love that crunch. A phyllo wrapped halloumi. Heirloom tomatoes with feta, jalapeno, and sumac. Next were two special dishes not on the tasting menu, and off the menu stuffed dates with almonds, lime zest, and sea salt. And from the a la carte patio menu, the Moroccan cigars with ground beef, honey, and raw tahina. Switched over to a gold star before the next course, which was the chicken and bronzino with the corn tzatziki. Entree time, and you gotta get the pomegranate lamb shoulder, just like really nice balance of that savory lamb with the sweetness of the pomegranates. Obviously so tender. And that comes with a crispy Persian rice. Great combo. And for dessert, a Turkish coffee ice cream cake. And again, from the patio menu only, the melon sorbet. Unbelievable. My favorite of their spots, though, has to be Laser Wolf, which is their all-grilled Israeli restaurant. Every meal begins with the salatine, which is a giant plate of side dishes, and just the best pita. From that, the hummus and baba ganoush were definitely my faves. And then with that, you order a protein or a veggie. I got the lamb and the beef kubata, and the shawarma spiced cauliflower. But do not skip the a la carte dishes too. The date harissa wings with tahina ranch, God, so good. And then the absolute best fries. They are the perfect texture for me. And this foie gras of grilled pita and pickled persimmon, so good. The word tabachoy is a fun tease, which means chubby or fat, and that playfulness comes through in their Filipino menu. The starter sampler comes with all three starters, the lumpia with a chili gastrique, their Caesar salad has cured duck yolk, shrimp paste, chili, fried shallots, and then these massive fried chicken wings that come with an herby soy vinaigrette. Got the pork sisig, always so satisfying to mix it together and get those savory, little sweet, little heat flavors coming through, especially with the addition of the garlic rice. The pancit tabachoy, that's egg noodles with shrimp sauce, Chinese sausage, lime, carrot, butter, and some furikake. Just like fantastic flavors going on. For dessert, oh my god, this pandan Basque style cheesecake with the coconut caramel was incredible. And the ube sundae soft serve with banana spring rolls was really nicely balanced, sweet with a little salty from the addition of the coconut caramel. Just remember, it's BYOB. Yes, I loved their cheesesteak, but DeRossi's is almost just as well known for their pizzas. All made on their sourdough. I got the square pie Houdini, which has provolone on the bottom, plum tomatoes, and an 18-month aged Parmesan on top.
Sauce is actually a little sweet, which I really enjoy. It is very thin, so you're getting like a nice little crust crunch, and like just a little chew. Good, like, I say mouthfeel all the time. Good, like, tooth feel, which is interesting. Great, really great.
So there you go. Which spots look best to you? Leave a comment below. And of course, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a food adventure. And here are a few other videos I think you'd love.